welcome back to my channel. I'm Charles from Charles and Photography, and this morning we're at Maiala Park in Mount Glorious. Very overcast, it's been raining on the way up here and it's actually just drizzling on and off here at the moment. It's around 6:30 in the morning and I'm going to put my backpack on and we're going to go walking through the forest hoping to photograph some fungi. Now we've had quite a bit of rain lately, some very warm days, actually very hot days. So this is the perfect conditions for fungi. Now just last week I was at Curtis Falls with a friend of mine and there was a bit of fungi around, but there were so many people that had been around, a lot of it had been trampled. So hoping for better luck today, and if we find any I'll actually record and I'll show you the photos I take with my Nikon D500 and the Takina 100mm f2.8 macro lens. So I'll grab my backpack and we'll head into the forest. So I just started my walk. I can't believe it. I've actually already found some fungi. Now look at this. This is really like a stinking fungi. This fungi, you can see it, there's some red and really some like browny chocolate color. And this is what attracts the flies, and there's actually some flies on there now. And this is how it actually reproduces. This is just awesome. I just cannot believe I've actually found some fungi already. So I've just scored a couple of really nice photos of this fungi on the back of the camera here. Just so happy. Shooting at f/22 to get a bit of depth of field. Now let's keep going and hope that the rest of the day turns out just as good. So I've only walked about 100 meters from that last fungi and look at this. Oh, I think today will be fungi heaven. This is so nice. They're so small. They're about half a 10-cent piece here. And there's an old one here, but look at this one here. Look at this. This will look so nice. Now, it's just sort of drizzling a little bit. So what I've done, I've actually anticipated this weather and I've actually brought a small rag. And even though the D500 is weather resistant, it still pays to actually just put a rag while I'm walking around just to stop any sort of water and all that landing on it. So now, let's get cracking and take a few more photos of fungi. So we've walked another about 50-60 meters and we've come across this beautiful log of fungi. Now this is fairly common fungi in the forest around southeast Queensland here, but that still won't stop me actually photographing these. It's just amazing to see so much fresh fungi. I've actually found the same sort of fungi before, but I'm actually going to do a real close-up of this fungi. Now photograph these fungi and this one here as well, and this one was just fabulous. So I spent about 10 minutes photographing those fungi, and look at this. This is only about 10 meters away. To give you an idea of how much fungi there is here, this log is probably about 15-20 meters long, and look at it. It is just covered. I mean, it's plastered with fungi. And it is so fresh, and this is why this sort of weather, rain, hot days, very humid, the fungi just love it. Of course, I'm going to stop here and just take a couple of photos. Just can't resist this. And wow, look at this. just my eyes have gotten caught of this. Look at this nice little fungi here. Look at that. It's just amazing. Now it's actually just sitting on a small piece of stick, so I'll see if I can just grab the stick and take it out, because there's no way I can actually take photos of it here. But this fungi, whoa, it's only about 4 or 5 mils in diameter. So let's have a crack at photographing this. Gee, I was so lucky. We've just had a bit of rain, but because there's so many big trees here, the rain's just getting caught up in the top of the canopy of the trees here. But look at this. I've actually moved here and just grabbed this great fungi photo at f/22. And look at this. Look how small this fungi is. It's just amazing. So just before I took this photo, I put my bag down over here, leaning up against this tree trunk, and my eyes just caught this nice moss. Look at that. It is just so nice. There's some over here. There's some over here. So this will be my next photographic image. So I finished photographing that fungi, and I did say I was actually photographing this moss here, but I've actually found some even better moss up here. But before I photographed the moss, look at this. This is a beautiful little bracken fern, photographed in portrait orientation. I also took one in landscape orientation. It's so small. Look at that. And this is the moss that I found. It's just over here. It's just right on the edge of this little tree stump here, and this will actually be great because I've got some very nice separation to the background. I've already gotten some great fungi photo, and I think I'm only about a third of the way into the track. I don't know if I'll actually walk the whole way around of this track because I've already gotten some nice fungi, but we'll keep pushing on. And you can see behind me here, this is a really nice sort of brownish fungi that I photographed before. And if you look at the photo now, I actually found these nice little toadstools again. And it was just sitting on a small branch, so I just picked up the branch, put it on that nice moss that I just photographed, and whammo, perfect picture. Now some of these are actually going to be stacked because in macro photography sometimes if you want to blur the background out but still get all of your fungi in focus, the easiest way is to stack your images. Now I've recently done a YouTube video just on macro photography and stacking your images, and I'll link it up here now. And if you want to see how I go into stacking my macro images, then definitely look at this video because it will be worth your while watching. We'll keep pushing on now a little bit and let's see what we can find. Look at this fungi. This is like the pinnacle for me today. All the other fungi I've seen before, this one here, I have never seen it in its pristine condition. This is how I found it before. A few years ago I came here with a friend to photograph fungi, and this is all we found, really old ones. They still look nice, but look at this. This is a brand new one. This one down here is also new. This one here is so fresh. You can actually see underneath here, it's just white. So it just shows that it is just such a fresh fungi. It's just popped up. These ones here underneath, I'm not going to break them, but they're getting quite old. They're sort of a very grey colour. And because we've had rain, there's actually water stuck in these, and this will make a great photo composition, especially this one here with a bit of water in there. This one here looks like a little half cup. It's just beautiful. So this is definitely like the icing on the cake for me. Now I'm going to take some photos of these and then walk a bit further. I think I've just about had enough fungi, unless I find something totally different. But a little bit further down, there's a nice like bridge that goes over the creek. So I'll probably change the lens from the Takin 100mm macro, and I'll put my Nikon 18 to 140 and just take a few landscape shots before calling it a day. That's if we don't find any unusual fungi as well. I haven't found any of the ones that sort of really raise up. So if we find them, they'll be even a bonus. So let's get cracking, take some photos. Well, that's it for me today. We've walked about another 100 odd metres. Haven't seen any more fungi. We're at a nice junction here, and take a look at this photo that I just took with the Nikon 18 to 140. I know that's not fungi because we're all about fungi today, but this nice little bridge here, and it's just a great way to finish off my session here at Maiala Park in Mount Glorious. If you want to come out here, choose this type of weather and you're just about guaranteed to actually photograph some fungi. Like always, thank you for watching. If you've got any comments or suggestion on a photographic topic that you'd like me to cover, leave it in the comments box below. I'm Charles for Charles N Photography. See you next time.